What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Today, we're going to be talking about the Oasis Network's Rose token. Now, it's been about close to 10 months since I made my last video, as you can see here, back on September 9th. And we're going to be talking about how staking has gone extremely well. Potentially $10,000 a year from the stake that I put into here, and we'll go over the numbers and how that looks in the future. And more importantly, we're going to go over why I'm still excited about this token overall, what it's doing, and some of the news from its partnership with Facebook or Meta and the metaverse, the upcoming metaverse, all that kind of stuff. So definitely stick around for the entire video. This is a coin that you probably want to have on your radar for many, many reasons. So let's first of all take a look at the staking results. So I have on my account over here, we can see a total balance of 175,784 Rose Oasis Network tokens. Now, just to give you guys, to simplify this and not make this a super long mathematical video, in the past 10 months, I've made about 15,740 tokens from staking basically the entire time. I haven't really done anything else with my tokens. Now, the price that I'm looking at right here, I've multiplied that by 59 cents, which puts it at $9,286. With 2 months left to go, we can kind of round that up to $10,000 for the entire year that I've been staking Rose token. And based on what I spent from dollar cost averaging, the price being up and down a little bit, that's a little under 50% actually gains from what I put into here when I first started talking about this token. Not too shabby. So where am I getting those numbers from? Why did I say 59 cents instead of where it's at currently right now, which is 7 cents? Well, we're going to talk more about why I think this coin is going to go up dramatically over time, but first of all, let's just look at the numbers. Like I said, so the all-time high for this token was 0.59 cents 7 months ago, January 15th, 2022. Now, obviously, all of crypto has retraced dramatically since then, more so altcoins than some of our top coins. But I do think this has a lot of potential to get back to where it was. As you can see today, it is up 38% because of some news of this token working with Meta, which we're going to get to in a second. But I think that without a doubt, this token can definitely retake its previous all-time highs. And we can see, if we can kind of get here really quickly, that market cap from its last all-time high, even though it was a pretty big spike, was $1.9 billion. So where's $1.9 billion? It's actually not going to put it super duper high. But again, we'll talk about why I think it's almost definitely going to get there, in my opinion. But putting it at $1.9 billion is putting it at around rank 36, 37, where VeChain, Flow, Internet Computer, and Decentraland is at. Now, this is a relevant token, and this is something that I'm actually really excited about for crypto. In the past couple of weeks and the months coming here, I'm excited for all of the garbage to get swept away as we get through to the new bull run. And there's a lot of garbage in your top 100 and a lot of gems in the top 100 and above that I think will retake and reclaim their spots for being relevant as we evolve Web3 and as we evolve into the metaverse in the future. And I think that Rose is going to be one of them. So let's take a look at the news. Why do I foresee that token being a top 30, top 50 coin in the near future? Currently, it's sitting at rank 123. Well, King of Fomo, how in the world is this thing going to get there, and why is it going to get there? So let's just take a look at one of the most recent news. There's a lot of other developments you can look at with Oasis Network, but we're just going to look at the most recent one and do some comparisons with that. And you can see their pinned tweet from 20 hours ago. Breaking news: Oasis Labs partners with Meta, that is Facebook, one of the top companies in the entire world, to assess fairness for its AI models while protecting people's privacy. Now, what that basically means, I'll super simplify this so we don't have to harp on it too much. a lot of times if you build an AI system, if you build a system, a computer that's going to figure things out on its own, sometimes that computer can be very, very biased by mistake. And the example that they use in here, they actually already did an example with Meta, and it was for looking at, like it says right here, inclusiveness and fairness. It's looking at people's races and making sure that the AI is not going to be biased toward a certain race. So it'll pair that. Now, the Rose token is a token that is looking at, let me see if I can go to the website and explain it. Oasis Network is the leading privacy-enabled, scalable Layer 1 blockchain network to propel Web3 forward. So this privacy part is important when it comes to things like giving people your information. You don't want to just give everyone everything for them to just tell all the other companies everything about you. This privacy aspect is very important for the future, as I'm sure we've seen with a lot of other things like different browsers and problems that people had with privacy issues, companies using too much information at once. So Oasis aims to fix this with Meta and hopefully with many other companies too. So that's a big deal. I think it's one of the main problems with Meta in particular, and Facebook in particular, is the privacy concerns. They've been addressing that with this. Big deal right there. Now, in addition to that, they also talk about they're doing this and they're going to be working with Meta in the metaverse. So one of the big reasons why Facebook changed their name to Meta is because they're putting a lot of chips on the future of the internet being a metaverse-centered future. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of people will roll their eyes when they look at Meta and Facebook and saying, well, this is not going to work. Nobody's going to use VR headsets. And the kind of quip I like to turn to whenever you mention Facebook and whenever I hear people mention Facebook is, a lot of times when people hear something about something that they do not understand, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to hate it or they're going to fear it. And it takes a lot of mental maturity to want to learn more about the thing that you don't understand. And I guarantee you talk about anyone with Facebook and what they're doing with the metaverse, and most people are going to be either angry or confused or upset with what Facebook is doing with the metaverse without even looking at it. So what they actually have done here, I actually really like this video. You guys can watch this video. They do a good job on explaining what the metaverse, what the future of the metaverse can be for the internet. Now, it's neither here nor there. Will it actually become the future of the internet? I mean, that remains to be seen. And you still might not believe in it after you watch the video, but I think it does give people a little bit of a better understanding of where the metaverse can be in the future. Now, how does this relate to Rose? If Rose is working with Facebook or with Meta to build this metaverse and build a fair metaverse and a non-biased metaverse, that's a pretty big deal. And I think that that might reflect very positively in this token, if this token is used for anything at all. It's kind of very unclear of how Rose the token itself will relate to a lot of the things that they're doing. But if it is integrated somehow, maybe with the company, the growth of the company, I think that this token has a lot of room to grow. And the other thing is, like, you guys have to understand, Meta is a ginormous company, and it's a ginormous bet that they're making with this metaverse that they're trying to push out here in the future. If Oasis is the staple that keeps people happy with their privacy as Meta gets into the metaverse, and the metaverse does actually take off, contrary to popular belief of people thinking that it's going to fall flat on its face. If it does take off and become successful, and Oasis is behind that, then that just opens the door to a lot more partnerships for this token. And I think that, like I said, it's going to definitely deserve a spot in the top 50, top 30, if those things do come true. Now, there's a lot of ifs there, but I mean, like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of these other coins are garbage and they're going to be swept under the rug because they're not really doing it too much in terms of growth and development and being adopted by people and by corporations. Rose seems to be on the other side of that fence, and starting to become adopted with its pretty low market cap of $300 million. A lot of room to grow back up to the $1.9 billion mark. So that is why I will continue to stake my Rose tokens, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, by this time next year, when I'm doing my next update video on Rose, maybe we'll be seeing these levels again. 0.59 cents, 60 cents, or higher even. Like I said, if all these things do take off. Keep this coin on your radar. That's my staking update with this. We'll talk about some other staking coins that are doing really well that I haven't done an update on in a while, like Polygon. This one's doing extremely well for me. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. Now, before you say I clickbaited you into the video, if you really wanted the actual numbers without inflating things to their all-time high, still did a pretty good job over the past year. That 15,740 tokens that I've earned over the past about 9-10 months is still currently equal to about $1,157. But like I said, there's definitely room for a 10x with this coin in terms of the market cap and everything else. So that is everything for today, guys. I will catch you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will hopefully, as I get into the flow of making more of these videos on a regular basis, I'll be updating my social media stuff. I need to have relevant conversations over there, like on Telegram and Discord and Patreon. So that stuff is still on pause for a couple more days until I get a couple videos out and get back into my stride. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.